Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And this is Foxy, and that's Bucky.
This is Bucky.
Yeah. And this is Death Battle. So we're checking out Iron Man versus Lex Luthor in Death Battle. And if you want all of our Death Battle reactions, check out the description of this video. We got a playlist there for you. And we do Death Battle a little differently on this channel.
So if you've watched before, you know that Ken and I have a bit of a competitive edge. We like to bet on who the winner of the Death Battle is going to be. And last year when we did this, we most often chose the same person. So this year we've made it a little more interesting. We're adding money. So what we do is we watch the first half of the Death Battle where they talk about their armor, special skills, weapons, advantages, and disadvantages. Then we pause the video, we place our bets, and then we see which one of us has more money at the end of it. Whichever one of us has more money by Thanksgiving, that person gets to choose our cosplay for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day.
Yeah, and it's a really exciting time in the bet right now, in the contest. A lot of people are saying it's maybe the best time ever in the contest.
Are they?
Yeah. People have been saying that. There's a lot of buzz. Yeah. So I am in the lead, finally, in my rightful place. I'm winning 305, and Bethany's got 300. So we'll see how long that lasts. Probably by the end of this, I will be losing, but we'll see.
We'll see.
All right. You ready?
I'm ready.
Technology. It improves our lives, lets you watch cool shows on the internet, and sometimes it can help you to rival gods.
Yeah.
With Iron Man, the Armored Avenger, and Lex Luthor, arch nemesis of Superman. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick. And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. There are the talented.
Nice.
There are the prodigies. And then there's Anthony Edward Stark. Please, he prefers Tony. Howard and Maria Stark ruled a $9 billion military tech empire. They could have anything they ever wanted, except a child. Then Howard met an alien who decided to build a baby for them. Fearing humanity would perish to more advanced alien races, this child was genetically engineered to lead the world to a new tech age. But that was Arno Stark. We don't speak of him. When Howard and Maria were disappointed with what they created, they adopted Tony instead. Yep, that's the secret origin to Tony Stark. Didn't see that coming, did you?
No.
Despite not being the alien-engineered child of prodigy, Tony's gifted intelligence and world-changing destiny were obvious at an early age. He graduated from MIT with top honors and a physics and engineering double major when he was just 19 years old. But since this is a superhero origin, it wasn't long before tragedy struck.
Beat
Yeah.
Mr.
By
Fantastic
struck,
in
I
chess
mean a
twice.
car crash, and by tragedy, I mean his parents. So all of a sudden, Tony was an orphan. But on the bright side, it also made him the sole heir of Stark Industries. Nice. With the entire family fortune at his fingertips, Tony pursued a life of reckless indulgence and mechanical tinkering. War was his income, and he enjoyed every bit of it until the day his eyes were open. Yeah, open with a shrapnel-filled irony bomb.
Irony bomb.
Held captive by terrorists in Afghanistan, Tony learned the bomb left shrapnel in his heart, which would kill him in a week. The terrorists gave Tony an ultimatum: construct weapons for them and receive treatment, or be left to die. But being Tony Stark, he chose door number 3. He built a space-age pacemaker to save his own life, and then built a mech suit around it and murdered his way to freedom. This taught Stark one of life's most important lessons. Heroes aren't born, they're built. A lesson which also made for a pretty sweet tagline.
My turn.
But Tony's heart was changed in more ways than one that day. Upon returning to America, he nullified all weapons development at Stark Industries and dedicated his life to saving the world. In his own way. Yeah, we're not talking like just donating to
his own
charity
way.
and being kind to your neighbor. Tony became a one-man army of justice and began creating a new and improved armored suit that the public would eventually dub Iron Man. And then he made another one, and another one, and another, and then he made like a shitload more. The Iron Man suits are numerous, but they typically come with a common base set of tools. Generally composed of a gold titanium alloy, his standard suits have the strength to lift up to 100 tons, fly at supersonic speeds, and come with an onboard intelligence system called Jarvis, which controls his weaponry and can summon other suits at his beck and call.
And for good measure, these babies come loaded head to toe with weaponry. I'm talking shoulder-mounted darts, anti-tank missiles, an EMP, and the Iron Man staple, laser beams.
These repulsor blasts draw power directly from the reactor in Tony's chest or chest piece, depending on the time period, to fire high-mass negatively charged muons as a concussive energy attack. Most commonly, these are fired from the palms of his suit.
But if the situation calls for a bit more
chest.
firepower, he can blast an even larger beam directly from his chest piece. Unibeam!
All of these features come standard in his most often used suit, Model 13, the modular armor.
This armor specializes in adaptability, allowing Tony to swap out its individual pieces for one suited to the mission at hand. Oh, and it also has an extra casing known as Iron Man Armor Model 14. But you can just call it Hulkbuster.
As the name implies, this upgrade was built to contend with one of the universe's strongest beings. With a combination of magnetic and hydraulic technology, in addition to the strength of the modular armor, the Hulkbuster can deliver far more powerful punches and hold its ground against the Incredible Hulk, who is strong enough to lift a 150 billion ton mountain.
But his most advanced armor yet comes in the form of his Endosim armor. Part metal, part scary space alien parasite, Tony can summon it telepathically, use it to imprison his foes, and even suck up electromagnetic fields. Electricity.
They can take hits from Storm's lightning and shoot repulsor beams so powerful they can injure metahumans who are normally able to absorb energy.
Although Tony is a mere man who finds himself fighting with and against unimaginably powerful beings, he has proven time and time again that technology can compete with the world's greatest superheroes.
He can survive blows from Thor's hammer, hold his own against Captain America, and move faster than an extremist enhanced superhuman's eye can track.
Not to mention his suit can actually learn and predict its opponent's next move and withstand the fury of several nuclear bombs. Do not underestimate the Golden Avenger.
That being said, for all their power, the Iron Man suits are hardly flawless.
They've been known to malfunction in life-threatening ways and consume too much power too quickly, leaving Tony helpless.
Tony frequently pushes his suit and his body to their absolute limits and past them. And his reckless headfirst mentality is responsible for landing him in trouble just as much as it is for getting him out of it. This has led to him setting off a civil war between superheroes and pissing off the all-powerful Phoenix Force into killing Charles Xavier.
Oh shit.
Charles? But he's the Iron Man.
And he once built a device capable of releasing 20,000 megatons of atomic energy. That's 3 times more than all of the Earth's known nuclear weapons combined.
And then he just blasted it straight into the ground. All because he wanted to see what was at the Earth's core.
It didn't work out. But Tony's most diabolical nemesis isn't the Mandarin or even Ultron. It's his lifelong battle with alcoholism.
Did you say something?
Such badass scene.
Yep.
Superman is among the most powerful characters in all of fiction. He can destroy planets, withstand supernovas, and fly faster than light itself.
What kind of person could possibly be the arch nemesis to someone like him? He'd have to be like a god made of magic kryptonite.
Wrong! Nope, just a mortal man with a passion for business, swindling, and green trench coats. Lex Luthor. Alexander Joseph Luthor began his rise to the top from the very bottom. As a child, he lived in a rundown section of Metropolis called the Suicide Slum.
Reason for baldness classified.
Under abusive parents, it was only by sheer willpower that Lex moved on to a better life.
Yeah, willpower and some good old-fashioned social Darwinism. His parents died in
Former
a car
president
crash
of the
when their
United
car's
States?
brakes failed.
Terrifying.
Leaving Lex alone. Don't feel bad for a second. He used their life insurance money to get out of the ghetto and start his own company. And he's the one who rigged their brakes.
Although founded through some legally questionable means, the infamous LexCorp successfully spread its influence throughout virtually all of Metropolis. In time, Lex came to practically run the city itself. Taking ownership of nearly every media outlet, Luthor's positive public image went practically unopposed.
But everything changed when the Man of Tomorrow showed up.
In Lex's eyes, Superman was a massive issue for mankind. If humans no longer had to solve problems themselves, they would surely become a weaker race, completely dependent upon this otherworldly savior.
So Lex began his crusade to remove him from the equation, and then promptly insert himself as the ruler of humanity.
Lex is a cunning strategist and mechanical genius who prefers to place his opponents in unwinnable situations. However, if physical strength is required, he dons the mighty war suit.
Must I remind you of my superiority?
The war suit is a powerful battle armor created by Superman's other arch nemesis, the alien god known as Darkseid, and it's been further enhanced by Luthor's own designs.
Forged in the fiery pits of Apocalypse, Lex's warsuit is no ordinary piece of machinery, despite its less than sleek appearance. It comes equipped with force fields, gauntlet blades, a giant kryptonite axe, and energy blasts powered by kryptonite generators.
It can also fly and has enough strength and durability to go up against Superman himself.
Despite how capable the warsuit is, you may feel it has an obvious weak spot. The giant hole where his head is. But old Cue-Ball's chrome dome is actually protected by an invisible force field. He just wants his opponents to know exactly who's beating the shit out of him.
Hello, sunshine.
Lex's weaponry goes beyond an alien metal suit. In addition to his brilliant strategic mind, he has also surrounded the Earth with dozens of satellites bearing his name.
Their purpose? A gigantic game of space laser hot potato.
Being a genius multi-billionaire, it's no surprise that Lex's accomplishments match the expectations. He's equaled Deathstroke in combat, stabbed Supergirl, snapped Brainiac's neck, and defeated Power Girl in a single stroke.
You can't blame him. I mean, I don't think anyone could handle more than a single stroke with Power.
However, Lex is not solely dependent on his war suit.
Nice.
He sometimes subjects himself to a kryptonite steroid, which has made him much stronger than an ordinary human. Capable of surviving wounds nobody reasonably should.
Yeah, like the time when a giant gorilla shot him in the chest with a sniper rifle, knocking him out of a helicopter off the edge of a cliff and landing headfirst in a canyon. He was up and banging his robot chick in like a day. Oh yeah, he built a robot version of Lois Lane for, you know,
Reasons.
sex and murder.
Because
Sex and
he
murder.
always wants what he cannot have. And his know-how with robotics goes past insane and into absurd. While confined to a prison cell, he built a talking flying robot that reads Moby Dick at such a high frequency it carved out an escape route through the floor itself, including perfectly shaped stairs.
But most diabolical of all, when no one was looking, Lex Luthor took 40 cakes. He took 40 cakes, Wiz! That's as many as 4 tens, and that's terrible.
Strange thing is, that's actually officially canon.
Faster. Luthor's hatred of Superman and drive to win are stronger than any machine he could create. Take, for example, the time Superman threw a satellite at LexCorp Tower, bringing the building down on top of poor old Lex. This left the guy with half his face ripped off, all 4 limbs blasted away, and he was impaled in 5 different places. Even like that, he still refused Superman's help. Wiz, if that ever happens to me, do me a solid and kill yourself in front of me so my dream of outliving you is complete.
Never gonna happen. But it's also that same cocky independence that serves as Lex's greatest downfall. When he merged with the Zone Child, whoa! It's not what you think. He gained, and I quote, infinite power.
And a secure spot on somebody's watch list.
The only catch was he could not use this power to harm others. But because all he wanted to do was kill Superman, he tried it anyway.
So Superman just straight up punched the god out of him.
Well, that's hardly accurate.
Come on, how else would you describe that?
Fair enough. Even so, when the Earth is threatened, you can count on Lex Luthor to look his enemies in the eye
best
and
Lex
fight for
Luthor.
his people. And then exploit the hell out of him afterward.
You know what happens when you take on Lex Luthor? The same thing that's gonna happen to Superman.
Wow, this one's really tough. Both crazy impressive, crazy arrogant. I just feel like Lex Luthor has taken more damage, like even outside of his suit. and like still lived. And I don't think Tony Stark has taken that kind of damage outside of his suit. And the fact that, like, you know, I guess some power scaling up to the fact that Lex Luthor takes on Superman. Superman's stronger than the Hulk. So I'm gonna go with Lex Luthor. Probably gonna bet $5 on that.
I'm gonna go with 5 on Iron Man because loyalty.
Yeah. I figured you'd go with Iron Man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Nice.
Sir, we have a visitor.
All clear.
The Dragon Balls?
What a
The
joke.
Keyblade?
Swords key.
Hands off.
I am Iron Man.
Oh, yeah. It's mine.
Good song.
I'll send you the bill.
Actually, sir, I should probably remind you, the contents of this warehouse belong to Miss Potts.
Pepper?
I'll forward the estimated damages fee to Hurricane.
Great. Be discreet about it.
One of us has to be.
One of us has to be.
Remember my face, Stark. It'll be the last thing you ever see.
His systems are confusing
Oh.
by targeting. Also,
Is that a Transformer in there?
2 million to your charges.
Not now, Jarvis. What have we got here?
I am having difficulty determining the suit's alloy. Alien, perhaps.
Try to punch him in the nuts.
My suit is invincible.
How about this part?
Oh no, he hulked him.
I thought you were smart.
Hey, you're the one who looks like a giant rusty trash can with legs. No judging.
That looks like a Transformer.
Right.
Sir, I estimate that will be a $583 million fee.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. That one's on him. Here we go. Activate the EMP.
What? Possible.
All right. Come to mama.
Batmobile.
Oh.
Wait, is that the...
Wait, is it the...
That one might actually make a dent in your wallet.
What are you talking about? It's just a car. Seriously? What kind of car was that? Where do I get one of those?
Wake up, sunshine.
Watch your left.
He wants you to get into
Thanks for
Hulkbuster.
the fun, Stark. It was smashing.
No problem, pal. Thanks for the suit.
Nice.
Come on, Iron Man.
Nice. Come on, Lex Luthor, stop playing around.
That current damaged your battery. Power is at 15% and dropping fast. I recommend a new plan of attack.
I have a plan.
Attack.
Attack.
Power of 10%.
Call that power.
Come on, Stark. He's smart.
Jarvis, reroute all power to the arm and leg hydraulics.
I have seen true power. You are nothing more than another ant to crush under my...
Oh.
That.
Good night, cue ball. What's going on?
We're out of power.
Figures.
Fool. You're just like all the rest. Building a suit to save the world. Trying to play God.
Wear like the rest of your
Tell you
suits,
something,
dude.
Stark. There's only one man in the world fit to play such a role.
Come on, Iron Man.
Me.
Here we go. It's not over yet.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Superior Iron Man.
I don't know, Lex. Being a god can't be too hard. I mean, I'm the most intelligent, capable person on the planet. I'm not playing God. All this time, I've been playing human.
Nice. Goodbye.
Yeah, come on, Iron Man.
Billboard for screw attack.
I'll take this.
What? What did you take?
Everything.
Oh shit! Damn.
Here's the big one.
Bye, Lex.
That was Pepper's building, wasn't it?
Phone call from Miss Potts.
I'm not here. I'm jogging.
Already answered, sir.
Tony,
Hi, Pepper. How are you?
why did Jarvis just deposit $5 billion for collateral damage?
I'm not here. I'm jogging.
Bullseye! Both Tony and Lex possessed incredible pieces of technology, but only one was naturally prepared for anything. Although it's true that Lex could trade blows with Superman in his war suit, the only reason he ever lasted as long as he did is because many of its weapons are based on kryptonite.
Yeah.
Great for battling Kryptonians, only okay against everybody else.
Yes, the war suit could take hits from Superman, making it more than a match for even the Hulkbuster's power. But even against the very enemy it was designed to kill, the war suit only lasts so long.
Iron Man's greatest advantage was being able to adapt his strategy by remotely summoning and changing suits. The Endosim in particular could counter nearly anything Lex could throw at it.
Plus, Iron Man has far more actual combat experience. Lex treated
True.
physical combat as a last resort beneath him, while Tony straight up enjoys it. Lex just wasn't suited for this battle.
The winner is Iron Man.
All right. I was correct. My lead lasted as long as the beginning of this episode, and it's now gone. You have 305. I have 300. Good job, beautiful. Yeah. You're so happy.
I am. Vindicated.
Yes, you are. So what'd you think?
I loved it. I had hoped that the fact that Lex Luthor's entire kind of purpose of beating Superman and therefore building it to go with kryptonite was going to come into play, but I'll be honest, I wasn't confident that that would be the final kicker. Lex Luthor, you brought up a good point, had sustained a lot of bodily damage and continued to come back from it. So he was a really worthy opponent for Iron Man on a lot of different levels, but you know, Tony Stark. All day, every day, and twice on Sunday.
True. I really liked this battle. It was nice. It was long. It was like a lot of different twists and turns there, and you didn't know who you thought was gonna win. Lex Luthor like really seemed in control for most of it, and like Tony Stark like couldn't break through his armor, and then finally busted out. I forgot about the Superior Iron Man. That was like after I was really reading comics, was Superior Iron Man had kind of popped up, and then they talked about it still, but I just did not remember it.
I also appreciated the Pepper Potts cameo.
Yeah.
And the reference to like her ownership over certain parts of like the tech industry and the tech assets or Stark assets, I should say. And so her phone call at the end, kind of just knowing Tony is up to something the minute she sees a lot of money hit her bank account.
I love the different things that they had in the warehouse too, like the Keyblade and the Dragon Balls. That was super fun. Batmobile. I was like, wait, was that the?
Yeah, I need to get me one of those.
Yes.
We all do, Tony.
We all do. And I also like the callbacks to the different movies, the Avengers movies and whatnot. Like when like the Hulkbuster, when he was like smashing Lex Luthor up the building, like you did with Hulk, and then I Do Have a Plan, Attack.
Yeah.
Let us know what you thought about this down below in the comments. And if you want all of our Death Battle reactions, check out the description of this video because we got a playlist there for you where there's also a link to our Patreon, get early ad-free access to our reactions.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for checking out our reaction for Iron Man versus Lex Luthor in the Death Battle, but just keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.